I just realized that I'm starting to dress like Larry King.
You're just noticing that now?
That's cruel.
Whenever
that's
you wear
really,
your suspenders, that's the first thing I think about.
That's really cool. Well, welcome to Late Night with Larry King. Pass the scotch and let's talk politics.
I don't think that's cruel. I used to love his show.
No, well,
I
yeah.
used to listen to him in Miami when I could tune him in Miami.
But Larry King's not known for his good looks.
He was. Actually, you know something? He still is, because look at the girls that he's got. He's marrying these women that are, 30 years and younger.
Well, that's because they just see greenbacks when they look at him.
Green, his back has gone green?
Yes, it has.
He really is old.
Yes. Kind of like Hugh Hefner. Right? We don't care. He looks like a little troll. Hey, and they're like, we don't care. We could live in this mansion and have whatever we want.
He'll take pictures of us and make us famous as
right.
long as we show. Oh, speaking of that, I heard the other day that he's no longer going to have naked photographs.
Yeah, I
in
heard
his
that
magazine.
Too. Right.
This is the end of the world as we know it. If you're looking, there's the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Mm-hmm. There's the plague of frogs, and there will be no longer full naked women in Playboy magazine.
I know,
what?
It's the beginning of the end for Playboy is really what it is. I mean,
I don't know about that, but it's still weird.
But
who still really buys Playboy?
But see, the thing is, like, Playboy for years made the case that it's like, oh, we're not like internet porn. No, we're tasteful. But they're the reason.
I don't remember them ever making that case.
The reason that they're saying that they are taking the pictures out is because they've lost out to internet porn.
Well, yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, you can go with 2 clicks of a mouse. You can probably half a click of a mouse. You can probably find pictures like that or nastier. And when their stuff is always, now it kind of looks tame. It kind of looks, PG,
right?
Like a Disney magazine.
I know. That's why this has really brought my attention that I have 2 boys, so I need to hurry up and go get some issues to put them in a Foot Locker downstairs so they can discover them, like every other good boy, to find out what the anatomy of a woman is.
The one thing that he probably did very well, though, is he made his bones, so to speak, with that magazine, with putting pictures of naked women, starting with Marilyn Monroe, right, or Norma Jean, when she was on the very first cover.
If you know her,
right? Well, and she, old friend.
Yeah.
But what he didn't do was just sit on the laurels of naked pictures. He got great writers and unbelievable journalists.
No, that was Flint that just sat on the laurels of naked pictures.
Yeah, well, he's probably kind of still doing that. I wonder how
is
it's
that a wheelchair
him.
joke? That's terrible.
No,
that's terrible.
No.
Welcome to the Bill and Jason Show. I'm Jason. That's Bill. And this is the beginning of the show.
Insensitive.
As we're doing an analysis on the naked pictures and the evolution of naked picture magazines. But who even looks at magazines hardly anymore?
That's true. I mean, print is dying if it's not already dead, which really is sad.
It has to reinvent itself somehow, find a new way. Well, become more niched. Really become more niched, Because glossy, there's something to be said for glossy. I don't know, but that's just me, though. Like, we're fuddy
glossy has become HD.
That's true.
Honestly, you get a big screen HD, that's glossy now.
Can that be a hologram? Then I don't want to look at it.
Right. I mean, I bet within 10 years, there's no longer going to be business cards. In the business world, I don't see brochures anymore.
I know.
You see really well designed websites and business cards only because you need to hand something to somebody when you meet them in an elevator or at a networking group or whatever, or if you get a text from somebody.
Right. Sorry about that.
No, that's okay. Say hello for me.
I will.
Yeah, it's. I don't think Playboy's going away anytime soon. Well, honestly, maybe.
You never know.
Maybe,
it's like we'll find out what people bought it for. We'll find out if it was really for the articles.
Yeah.
It's like they're just going to become like the New Yorker.
Wow. Actually, no, I don't know if that says anything about the New Yorker, or if that says anything about Playboy, or if that just says about the print itself.
I wonder if they'll leave the Dirty Man cartoons in there, though. Maybe that's why people.
Yeah, that's why they got it.
They're out to find out, why do people buy our magazine?
Cartoons.
Why do they do that? Why do they do that?
It's just an interesting subject for our Halloween show.
It really is.
Halloween right around the corner. I've been doing my best to avoid as much sweets as possible for the last month and a half. And now, I could probably, depending on what my kids bring home, could ruin, a month and a half, 2 months of dieting because of 13 or 1,400 peanut butter cups.
Yeah.
Are you gonna take your kids out?
Yes.
Okay. Your wife's always kind of good about coming up with really cool costumes.
Well, I think we're taking them to your place again, aren't we?
Maybe. You might be. I've actually got a gig that night.
You do? You're not going to be there?
Doing a wedding. I'm not going to be there. No, I don't like your children.
Well, then,
no, I have a wedding.
Well, then we're not going to bring them to your place if you're not there.
Oh, let me tell my wife and my kids that.
Well, because it's like you always hand out shots to the kids, and I always think it's really cute.
Well, it keeps them really calm. I was thinking about TP in your house, but dude.
No, I'm doing sound. I'm taking that night off, but I have this really great gig that I got. My friend Judd always gets me connected to the best fun gigs,
right?
To use my gear for. And so
I'm being paid more than you that night, is what you're saying.
And so we're going to be running sound for this theatrical production of that is done. It's an original show every year. It's a big puppet show done under done in a park, and it's at night. There's about 1,500 people that do it. No, it's Bare Bones, and it's their annual Halloween show. And it's really incredible. I've heard
about this.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
is it
I don't know how many people.
South Minneapolis, Powderhorn area.
Many thousands of people actually attend this show. It's been going on for 10 years. It was a person's PhD thesis project, and it's continued on for 10 years now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, this is right up your alley. You're a big puppet and Muppet and puppetry fan.
It's going to be really fun and have its own challenges because we have to mic. We're going to have to mic the orchestra. And then we're going to have, fortunately, there's no dialogue, so we don't have a lot of, we don't have to try to put wireless on people running around doing dialogue and stuff like that. But we'll have to mix the orchestra. There's a choir that sings, as well as soloists. So we're going to have to live mix all that together in the park.
That's a lot of microphones and the right kind of mic. You're going to have to rent some things or try to figure it out with what you have. You probably, if I were you, I'd think between shotguns, more than the 1, 2, or shotguns that you have.
Between Judd and I and everybody else that I know, I can hobble together all kinds of. It's good to know friends with gear.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, I need to borrow this. Kind of have an open standing borrow policy.
Wow, that could be. Take notes because that'll be interesting. We should talk about that at another show.
We will. Idea. Yeah, maybe I'll take some pictures to show. But that'll be a scary, fun show, and I can't wait to bring my son to it. I think he'll have a ball.
Yeah. Well, and mine is the wedding, a Halloween night. That when they talked about it, I got really excited because I've done one other Halloween evening wedding years ago, and it was a costume ball. And I loved that. I mean, the bride and groom, in fact, had a close friend who I still know.
Is this the Frankenstein family?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
The Bride of Frankenstein.
That was exactly what they did. They had they know the same guy that I know who does movie makeup.
Oh.
And he did Frankenstein and the Bride of Frankenstein for the bride and groom. I mean, and like serious. I mean, it ain't like, it didn't just get a rubber mask, man. It looked really great.
Wow.
And they enrolled all of their friends, all 250, 300 people. It was about that big into the costume. Nobody showed up like, I'm not going to do this. Nobody.
That's awesome.
And they all showed up ready to impress.
That's
no one showed
best.
Up with like a paper bag and saying, I'm a bag lady. None of that stupid stuff.
Right, or really I'm an attendee at a wedding.
Right. They showed up to impress and to really do a big thing. And it was very cool. Now this one, completely different. It is Halloween night, but their only nod to Halloween is to give out candy bags to the kids. It's at a really beautiful hotel in St. Paul, the St. Paul Hotel. It's
so they chose Halloween night, but they're not doing anything with Halloween night.
Yes.
Wow.
A little odd, I know.
Are they ironic?
Are they an ironic couple? Maybe they're an ironic hipster couple. Yeah,
we thought this would be a great
He does wear a little hat and a bow tie
right.
and a jacket too small for him.
Right.
So it might be the skinny jeans thing. I don't know.
Yes, like our wedding is so important. We've superseded a national holiday.
No, I think they wanted to have an October wedding, and that was the night that they could find something available. And they wanted this place. The St. Paul Hotel is probably one of the nicest places and most elegant places in the Twin Cities of Minneapolis and St. Paul to have an event.
The ghosts come out on Halloween in the St. Paul Hotel. It's a very old hotel. Be sure to take lots of pictures.
Ghosts come out at the St. Paul Hotel.
Okay, so you want to hear? All right.
You know something about the St. Paul Hotel?
Well,
or you just like ghost stuff?
Well,
a little bit of
I
both.
just say be careful on the loading dock. That's all I'll say. So now I know something about at one of my events. Actually, I take like you turn me on to the idea of taking lots of pictures at events, and so I'm like, this is fun. So I take lots of pictures. And that's one event that I did in this one hall that I've done several events at. Orbs, all kinds of orbs showed up in the photographs. In fact, I'll have to show you sometime.
Oh, that's right.
If I can remember,
Those
I will,
little circular bubbles that look like it's just a flaw in your camera.
I will do my best to dig them up so that you can like cut away to show them while we're talking about them during this episode. But yeah, they were like literally like glowing orbs. One of them really bright in front of the black grill of my speaker. And then other shots where there's like lots of people dancing and there'd be a whole bunch of these orbs floating.
Let me ask you,
floating over the crowds.
Once you got a newer camera, did that stop?
No, I had used the same camera in the same venue and had not gotten those before. And when we were in the planning process, the bride made a remark about her future husband being able to see dead people.
What?
Yes, and I pursued it, and I'm so open to that. I love it. I think it's fascinating and fantastic. But he didn't want to talk about it.
So here we have a Halloween show, and you did a wedding like that, and we don't have them on. Next year at our Halloween show, we need to get a hold of this couple.
No,
and have them on our show.
But here's the thing though, he wasn't comfortable. He didn't want to talk about it. That was not an area of comfortable conversation.
We'll put him in dark, and we can change his voice.
Well, I don't even think it's that. It's like, like bringing up like, hey, you remember those photos? Remember this one with a big orb? What do you think that is? Like, who is it? Can you tell us who it is? I mean, you probably see a person. We see an orb. You see a person.
Show.
Right. It's like, this is your life. Who are you haunted by? You actually get to see the people you're haunted by.
Oh, my gosh.
But it was just incredible. And there was like, especially the photos of him, there would always be this orb that would like be floating beside him that would show up. And I've never, ever, I've done lots of different events, lighting different, bright lighting, low lighting, all kinds of lighting, same camera, no orbs. Only that event. Now, it could have been particularly dusty. And these are just dust microbes showing up in front of the camera by the right number of people in the right number of circumstances to make it completely coincidental that these really odd things showed up in the camera. But I don't know. And I can't tell you that they're ghosts because I don't know that either. All I know is that they are like really like, they're especially the one I got to show you is really in focus. It's really clear. You can actually zoom in and kind of look at it. It looks almost like a cell.
My wife and I, my wife and you really believe in this stuff. They really, same thing. She said the same thing about these little orb things. She's seen them in photographs that we've taken, and I never heard anybody talk about it the way she does until I met you. And now listening to this story.
There's more than one crazy person in the world.
Well, no, it's just, I don't know if it's crazy. It's just, I don't know, man. I want to believe. I'm one of those people that really wants to believe this stuff.
You want to have an experience.
I do. And I have never had one.
Yeah.
My wife's apparently had them. You've apparently had them. I've talked to other people who've had these experiences. I so want to have one. I want to be the guy who knows for a fact that this stuff is real. I don't know. I really do.
I don't know for a fact about anything, really. I just know that I've seen some strange things that I can't really explain.
Yeah.
So I've kind of quit being certain about knowing what it is. Oh, I know what it is. Because, how can I prove it? I can't. Any more than someone can disprove my experience.
So do you think that couple hired you because you guys were connected in that kind of stuff? I mean, because you not only have had experiences, but you've got a strong belief about this kind of stuff, and they apparently did as well. And do you think you were drawn together because of that? Did you in the planning or in the sales process, did that stuff come up?
No,
or did it just come up later?
They were the first client that I made the jump from $900 to $1,600 as a DJ.
So got to pay attention a little closer when you're paying a little more.
When they said yes, I had to keep myself from saying, really?
Yeah, that's not something.
Are you sure? Material. Because that's a lot higher than I've asked before.
Do you know how? I don't even know if
I just picked this number.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not the way to go. Don't just pick a number.
It was a great fun event. It was like really, really terrific.
Was it at a place that you would have considered haunted?
No. No, like it's
just
been a
regular
place,
wedding place.
that I've been. It's been at a place that I've been many, many times. It was at Jimmy's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, been there many times.
Well, I wouldn't expect that place is like built on an ancient burial ground or anything.
Well, no, and nobody ever talked about it being haunted. Nobody ever said, "Oh, because if there's creepy things that happen in a place, servers and stuff, it starts talking about like I was back
Right.
there, some big hand like grabbed my leg. I was really freaked out. There was nobody there.
Then I sued the owner, and he never did it again.
Right. The rubber glove was walking across the floor. It wouldn't mop or anything.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, this is really and I think you've probably have you had more than this experience at weddings?
Not at weddings.
Like supernatural type stuff?
No, never. This is the only type of thing at a wedding that I've had an experience like that.
Have you ever had an experience like this? If you've ever been at an event and seen something like this, or even at not an event, I'd be more interested to find out if, while you were working, if this sort of thing happened. And if you have, why don't you make some notes for us in the comments below, or go to our Facebook page, or tweet us, or give us a call, or just think about it.
Well, and let us know.
Just keep thinking about it.
If you've got a story that is so unexplainable, so fantastic, let us know, and then we'll have you on the show, and that'll be really fun to share, because those shows are fun to share, or those stories are fun to share. Now, while Bill melds his mind with yours, I'll say so long for the Bill and Jason Show.
Broadcasting from high atop planet Earth at a rate of 96 kilobytes sampled per second over the interweb, in an effort to stop glorifying being busy. This has been an entertainment experience production.